Tonight on WTOP-10 Nightly News, an Oswego DoorDasher is under arrest. Find out why.
And Oswego County is having a mini job fair. When and where it will be taking place.
Plus, SUNY Oswego is having 2 mini open houses this week. Which schools is it featuring?
WTOP-10 Nightly News starts now.
Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Eliza Hopkins.
And I'm Hannah Katz.
Oswego is hosting 2 mini open houses this week, starting off with the School of Humanities and the School of Social Behavior Sciences. This tour will take place tomorrow from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. The College of Communication, Media, and the Arts' open house will take place on Wednesday from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m.
Both tours will feature the facilities that each of the school's majors take place in. You can go to the SUNY Oswego website to see the full list of majors in each school. It is also advised that for both tours, you plan to arrive 15 minutes before the tour begins to get checked in.
The Nutcracker Ballet is coming to Waterman Theater. The professional dancers from Syracuse City Ballet, along with Oswego youth dancers, will be featured during the performance. The performances will be on November 20th and the 21st at 7 p.m. and November 22nd at 2 p.m. You can buy your tickets in advance at SUNY Oswego website for $35 if you're a student, $45 for general public, and $30 for children.
SUNY Oswego's State Employees Federal Appeal Campaign will be holding its most popular fundraiser this Wednesday and Thursday in Marano Campus Center. The Baskets of Caring fundraiser allows for the chance to vote on themed baskets made by different campus employees. People will vote for their favorite basket by buying chances to win them for $1 each. All the proceeds go to the United Way of Greater Oswego. The raffle will be held from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m.
Oswego County is hosting a mini job fair tomorrow from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the Oswego County Workforce Building in Fulton. The New York Department of Corrections and Community Supervision and several Oswego County jobs are looking for applicants. Applicants must bring copies of their resume and dress professionally.
Stress-free bingo will be taking place in the Food and Activity Court in Marano Campus Center this Wednesday at 7 p.m. Up to 40 winners will be chosen, and the prizes include fidgets, coloring books, and more. Refreshments will be provided by auxiliary services. The event is sponsored by Campus Recreation.
Are you trying to get in touch with Latino culture here on campus? Although it's late in the semester, the Latino Student Union still has plenty to offer.
Our WTOP-10 reporter Alexis Jimenez has more on the LSU Razas y Ritmo dinner.
Thank you, Eliza and Hannah. As a Latino student myself, I wanted to learn more on how LSU is creating communities for cultural inclusion. So I went to this year's Latino Student Union dinner to learn more and chat with some of the people who made it possible.
The Latino Student Union held their 40th annual dinner this past Saturday to celebrate the Latino community here at SUNY Oswego. The theme, Razas and Ritmos, translating to Races and Rhythms, is meant to honor the Latin heritage and tradition that Oswego students bring with them from home. This year's dinner included performances by Oswego's very own dance teams, including Ritmo, Pulse, and Spice, which are all student-run and choreographed. Each group took the stage to showcase moves inspired by Latin music, dance, and heritage. Attendees enjoyed a night filled with food, culture, and community, all while celebrating their heritage that continues to shape and inspire their life here on campus. The heart of the event comes from the committee leaders who work year-round to bring it all together. I had the chance to speak with LSU Madam President Alexandra Mercedes, who shared what this year's Razas and Ritmos theme means to her and the rest of the organization.
To be very prideful, very loud, and celebrate our success stories and also start creating them. So the purpose of tonight's dinner was just to bring the community together and celebrate the richness of Latino culture. More appreciation for the Latino community and also understanding that just because we all come from different cultural backgrounds, we're all united.
LSU was able to put together a vibrant night and hopes that this year's theme continues to inspire and give pride to students long after the music fades. For WTOP-10, I'm Alexis Jimenez.
The celebration doesn't stop there. The Latino Student Union is already gearing up for next semester's annual LSU charity game and barbecue. I'll make sure to be there, and I hope you are too. For more info, you can head to the LSU's Instagram page at lsu.osu. That's it for me. Now back to the desk.
Thank you, Alexis. Hannah, the wind has been absolutely awful. My lip gloss got stuck in my hair. Will it ever end?
I don't know, but hopefully Aurora Fitzgerald, our chief meteorologist, knows more.
Thanks, guys. Yes, that wind is absolutely crazy, gusting up to even 50 miles per hour yesterday. But right now we have lousy weather conditions this winter. We also have a winter weather advisory that is in effect until tomorrow. There is a lot of precipitation fluctuations that are going on with the temperatures. And will the sun return? I'll have more in my full forecast, but for now, back to the desk.
Thank you, Aurora. An Oswego DoorDasher has been arrested for taking and posting a video of a naked customer. 23-year-old Olivia Henderson claimed that she was sexually assaulted by the customer. Henderson then included a video of the customer on his couch. After a month-long investigation, the police department has not found evidence to support her claim. The police have determined that she broke the law by posting the video. Henderson is scheduled to appear in court this December, and she has since been fired by DoorDash.
The wait is finally over for Central New Yorkers wanting tacos and specialty drinks. The first Taco Bell Cantina is set to open in Manlius. The restaurant will be located at the former Village Firehouse on Stickley Drive. The building has been transformed into an upscale dining establishment that will hold around 90 tables. The grand opening will be taking place throughout the day on Wednesday, with doors opening at 10 a.m.
A dispute between neighbors turned deadly, leaving an officer shot in the face. The incident took place in a Brooklyn neighborhood of Brownsville at around 7:45 a.m. when officers approached the first-floor apartment. The suspect, who has not yet been identified, opened fire on officers after killing his neighbor, 41-year-old Leroy Wallace. The suspect was found dead in his apartment with a shotgun on the floor next to him. The 25-year-old officer, Sharjeel Warris, was rushed to the hospital and released the same day. Still ahead tonight, a new development in the ongoing Jeffrey Epstein saga. Hear what President Trump had to say last night.
Plus, will airports be back at full capacity for Thanksgiving weekend? See the latest update from the FAA. Stay tuned to WTOP-10 Nightly News.
But I would have liked to see more on, Putin or something. I don't think he's very nice.
He's so annoying, and he's not very funny either.
He got that hot dog at one time. I don't know why he would do such a thing.
I'm not sure why he's still playing a Nintendo Wii. The Nintendo Wii is so old. I've tried reporting him like 600 times, and nobody's answering my phone calls.
Welcome back to the DK experience. Go back to your job.
Every NFL fan has played for the last 15 games. They beat.
Writing a letter to the NFL fans? Get out of here with that.
Let me finish. No,
finish.
Stop.
Johnny Manziel, that guy, he's a loser.
No, that's.
Watch the DK experience.
What we do here is go back.
Cooked.
You know it's cooked when it's not raw anymore.
Gordon Ramsay is here.
Cat cam.
Because Kenny pulled a picture of him. Yeah. Yeah.
Welcome back to WTOP-10. I'm your Storm Team 10 meteorologist, Aurora Fitzgerald. Taking a look at current conditions in Oswego. Currently pretty cloudy out there, 37 degrees, dew point 27. Pressure's kind of up there, wind at 20 miles per hour, gusting up to 30 miles per hour, and the real feel is 29. Now, we talked about those winds before, especially yesterday, blistering winds. And today we're still seeing those winds continue. And I'm going to say your trash can, if you have any outside, you might want to keep it in, put a bungee cord around it because it's probably going to go into your neighbor's yard. These winds have been blistering. It keeps going and going. Will the winds stop? Some good news is that they probably will. Taking a look at our futurecast with the temperatures, we see a little spots of snow in the south and also up behind my head. 33 degrees in around the Fulton area on Monday in the evening, and then going into Tuesday, we're seeing those temperature fluctuations even going down to 32, which is the freezing temperature. These clouds still persisting going into Wednesday, and then keep going into Wednesday as you're heading out the door. 33 degrees. The winds and the clouds shall continue. Now, there is possible lake effect that our radars cannot pick up all the time. Wednesday at 9 p.m., we finally start to see these clouds dissipate, and hopefully we can get a glimpse of the sun. Taking a look at our watches, warnings, and advisories. We do have a winter weather advisory from now until 10 a.m. on Tuesday, where all of these purple boxes are, but you notice that it's not technically in the Oswego County. A lot of our models are not really agreeing with each other right now, which has a high potential for lake effect. So don't be surprised if you see some snow showers here and there. Taking a look at our precipitation types that I mentioned before, we keep having these fluctuating temperatures. Now, what can you do and what will you be able to see? Taking a look at this graphic, we have a warm front going into a cold front. Obviously, when there's warm air, you're going to have a bunch of rain if it's above that 32 degrees of freezing. And as that temperature goes up in altitude in the atmosphere, then you're going to get freezing rain once it gets slightly colder. Then you're going to start seeing sleet, and it gets colder and colder and colder, and then obviously you get snow. Now, with these conditions, obviously you're going to have to be very careful on the road. We see that car crash and that truck. Freezing rain and going into sleet. They're two different types of precipitation, but they are equally as dangerous. Make sure you have your snow tires. Make sure you have any extra precautions, flares, jumper cables, anything to scrape off that snow in your car to make sure that you have safe transportation. Taking a look at our extended forecast, Tuesday 40 degrees, Wednesday and Thursday we finally see the sun popping out of the clouds, mostly sunny and partly sunny. The temperatures going up to possibly even 50 degrees on Friday, which is why we're going to see those temperature fluctuations and rain heading into the weekend. Chance of showers pretty much for the rest of the weekend, unfortunately might be a little bit lousy, especially for those who are traveling for Thanksgiving break. But again, make sure you follow the rules of the road, especially with the weather. Monday looking not so nice, chance of showers at 48 degrees. That's all for my full weather forecast. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thank you, Aurora. President Donald Trump is now calling for the Jeffrey Epstein files to be released by Congress. Trump is also directing the Department of Justice to investigate potential ties between Epstein and prominent Democrats, including former President Bill Clinton. Several Republicans in the House signed a petition last week to force a vote on the release of the files. It is unclear how the bill will fare in the Senate if it were to pass the House. Trump's change in position comes as multiple emails mentioning Trump and Epstein were leaked last week, reigniting a months-long controversy.
The head of the Federal Emergency Management Agency has resigned from his position. David Richardson is leaving the role after 6 months on the job. The agency has experienced months of public controversy after the Trump administration announced several major changes, including a drastic reduction in budget. An August letter from around 200 employees criticized FEMA's operations, and the DHS is considering further changes to the agency's purpose.
The Federal Aviation Administration has ended flight cuts for 40 major airports. The cuts stemmed from the government shutdown that ended last week. Amy Kiley has more on the timely restoral of services.
I think we're going to have a smooth, hopefully, Thanksgiving travel season.
Airlines are resuming their normal schedules in the U.S. today. The FAA says it's lifting flight restrictions that affected 40 major airports during the government shutdown. A joint statement from that agency and the Transportation Secretary cites, quote, safety trends and the steady decline of staffing trigger events in air traffic control facilities.
It does appear that air traffic controllers are working. The callouts are minimal, and they're all getting bonuses now if they came to work. So I think the morale there is up, as well as the TSA.
Union leaders say it was hard for air traffic controllers to work full-time without pay during the shutdown.
The stresses, the pressure, the fatigue is setting in. Air traffic controllers are texting, I don't even have enough money to put gas in my car to come to work.
The news might be a relief for people flying over Thanksgiving weekend. That's the busiest air travel period of the year, according to TSA data. Experts say passengers should still check airline apps for delays or cancellations, but for more typical reasons.
I think the things we should be looking out for are weather-related incidents that could kind of throw the system out of whack, or outages. But overall, I think things are looking good.
I'm Amy Kiley reporting.
AAA projects a record 82 million people will travel for Thanksgiving this year, including 6 million to travel by plane.
A federal judge is criticizing the Justice Department handling of former FBI Director James Comey. Judge William Fitzpatrick stated there was profound investigative missteps. Fitzpatrick believed that the indictment could be tainted on the possibility that interim U.S. Attorney Lindsay Halligan may have botched the grand jury proceeding. These said missteps could result in a dismissal of charges.
President Trump is considering a conversation with Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro. He says the meeting could help diffuse the mounting tensions from the latest American strikes on alleged Venezuelan drug boats. Secretary of State Marco Rubio said yesterday that the U.S. will designate the Cartel de los Soles, which is allegedly run by Maduro, as a foreign terrorist group. When WTOP-10 Nightly News continues, President Trump is meeting with Saudi Arabian Crown Prince. Find out why.
And a prime minister has been sentenced to death. Find out where, all that and more, right after this.
If it's hockey,
It's what they score!
it's on Hockey Talk. Join Rob Finger and his panel of guests.
Their behavior against easy teams. How do you lose to the Bruins twice?
As they take you through the hockey world.
We welcome you with open arms.
Tune into Hockey Talk, Mondays at 9:30 after East Coast hockey games. Only on WTOP.
Oh boy!
Welcome back to WTOP-10 Nightly News. President Trump has announced that the U.S. will be selling F-35 fighter jets to Saudi Arabia. This comes after Trump met with Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman at the White House. President Trump is aiming to lock in major business and national security deals with Saudi Arabia. Trump says that fostering this relationship is important for both the security and business in the Middle East.
Today, Israeli settlers went through a Palestinian village burning homes and cars. Several attacks have taken place in the occupied West Bank in recent weeks. This attack came hours after conflict between Israeli security forces and settlers defending an unauthorized outpost. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and other leaders have condemned these attacks. Israeli police said 6 suspects were arrested during the attacks.
The United Nations has passed President Trump's peace plan for Gaza. There is still a divide if the plan can turn the ceasefire into a long-term solution. The UN adopted the plan in a 13-0 vote, with China and Russia not voting. If done properly, the plan will try to end the conflict between Israel and Palestine. The plan has been rejected by Israel.
Ex-Bangladesh Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina has been sentenced to death. Hasina had been accused of crimes against humanity after cracking down on student-run protests last year. The court ruled that Hasina used drones, helicopters, and other lethal weapons against people. Hasina has pleaded not guilty, saying that it was, quote, a politically motivated charade. The execution date has not been set.
A Polish train track that runs into Ukraine has been found destroyed by 2 explosions. Prime Minister of Poland Donald Tusk said that it was done as an act of sabotage. The train track has been crucial to transporting aid to Ukraine during their conflict with Russia. The railway was destroyed by an explosion that reportedly targeted Poland and its citizens.
The United Kingdom's asylum policy about immigration has been questioned by British citizens lately. UK Home Secretary Shabana Mahmood shares new legislation could solve the issues.
Today we have published Restoring Order and Control, a new statement on our asylum policy. Its goals are twofold. Firstly, to reduce illegal arrivals into this country, and secondly, to increase removals of those with no right to be here. It starts by accepting an uncomfortable truth. While asylum claims fall across Europe, they are rising here. And that is because of the comparative generosity of our asylum offer, when compared to so many of our European neighbours.
Britain's new policy will make some people wait over 20 years to become citizens, making citizenship in Britain harder than any other European country.
Whiteout Weekend started off electric with women's hockey in the Deborah F. Stanley Arena.
The Cortland Red Dragons went up against the Oswego State Lakers. Nick Stetter has more on the incredible matchup.
Thank you so much, Eliza and Hannah. The Oswego State Lakers and the Cortland Red Dragons kicked off Whiteout Weekend, and there was one main key to the game: never give up. The Oswego State Lakers Cortland started strong, scoring 2 in the first period. The Red Dragons controlled the neutral zone with ease, but the game looked like it was getting out of hand for the Lakers as they could not find any answers for the Red Dragons. The Lakers still had 2 periods to bring the game back, and in the beginning of the second period, the tide started to shift. The Lakers would score off a power play to bring the game within 1, followed by 2 unanswered goals to give the Lakers the lead going into the third. The heroics in the final period were not on the score sheet, but goaltender Mia DeVivo, who increased her save percentage from .857 to .945 in 1 period. The Lakers would win 3-2 with goals scored by Coley, Majeski, and Cunliffe. The Lakers will travel to Geneva to play William Smith on Friday, and then Buffalo to play Buffalo State. Coming up in Lakers athletics, Eddie McAlpine is in with the latest from the weekend. We'll be right back on WTOP-10 Nightly News.
Good evening and welcome to Jeopardy! I am your host, Joe.
Hello, Simon.
Joe is at this place. And I'm very concerned to see what Piper's answer is here. Sorry, it's a 98-page rule book.
You guys are stunned still? Joe, I'm going to sound like a little snob here. It was not founded by Ray Kroc.
So you're probably wondering why the top producer of WTOP's new hit, Oswego Liza, is currently juggling Taco Bell right now. That's just because I don't just know ball, but I can play it too. WTOP, live every other Sunday, 7 p.m. Tune in.
Yippee!
I had to eat a raw egg on Chris's dormitory floor.
I currently don't have any federal pending charges.
You know what you never did? You never walked to Walmart, Chris.
That's my co-host. This is for making me eat roast Pop-Tarts.
It's showtime, Chris. Come on.
I want to be on the air for that. I got a couple things to say.
No.
Spin the wheel. But you got censorship.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back to...
Welcome back to WTOP-10 Nightly News. With your sports report for tonight, I'm Eddie McAlpine. It was the biggest hockey weekend of the semester, so let's skate right in. The Friday night slate was headlined by the annual whiteout game, the Oswego Lakers taking on the Plattsburgh Cardinals. The Cardinals scoring 2 early in the first period and kept that lead through 2 periods of play. It was 1-0, Plattsburgh heading into the final frame. With 20 minutes left between the rivals, play started to heat up on the ice. Jesse Horacek and Brandon Cohen scored consecutive goals for the Lakers, giving them the lead. And then the Cardinals striking back, tying things at 2 apiece. With time winding down, Lakers' Matt McQuaid ripped the shot just offline, but defenseman Travis Baker, perfect position to rebound. He beats the buzzer to give the Lakers a 3-2 win over Plattsburgh. Starting the Saturday slate, the women's team took on the Morrisville Mustangs following their Friday win over Cortland. The Lakers were laser-focused as 5 different players scored, including Jenna Majeski with 2 goals, giving her 3 on the weekend. The Mustangs managed to get a lone score in the first period, but it was all Lakers from there. Final score, 6-1. The women's hockey team stays undefeated on the weekend. The last game of the weekend brought in a huge crowd as the legendary Pete Sears was honored with a jersey retirement ceremony. Sears is a Lakers legend, and he was in-house for the Lakers match with the Skidmore Thoroughbreds. In a similar script to Friday night, the Lakers were down 1-0 heading into the third, but a 3-goal third period sealed the deal in the Deb. The men's hockey team stays undefeated on the season, and I had the opportunity to ask Pete Sears what advice he has for any current or future Oswego Lakers.
Well, all I know is from my experience here. And I can, like I said, every good thing that's happened to me in my life happened because I came to Oswego State. And if they take advantage of their opportunities that they have here, academically and athletically, and through the connections they make, the friendships they make, there's no doubt in my mind, going to this school, they're going to have a successful career when they leave here.
Staying with Saturday Oswego athletics, the volleyball team was in Cortland for the SUNYAC Championship, only their second appearance in program history. A dominant season landed the Lakers the 2 seed, and they faced the top-seeded Cortland Red Dragons with the SUNYAC on the line. However, the Lakers struggled early, dropping the first 2 sets and finding themselves facing elimination. In the final set, they made a strong push, but it wasn't enough as the Lakers were swept by the Red Dragons, ending their 2025 season. The participants for the 2025 NCAA Men's and Women's Division III Cross Country Championship has been announced. 2 Lakers have earned the honors. Kyla Pellegrino and Hannah Reichard will make the trip to South Carolina. After qualifying in the NCAA regionals this weekend, Pellegrino and Reichard hold 2 of the 7 spots for the Niagara region. The NCAA Division III Championship will be held November 22nd, and the 2 will look to add more accolades to their already impressive seasons. With a lot happening this weekend, many Lakers have earned SUNYAC recognition. Men's basketball star Deacon Judd and women's hockey star Jenna Majeski winning the SUNYAC Athlete of the Week honors. Staying on the ice, it was Georgia Cunliffe, who was named the SUNYAC Rookie of the Week. And finally, to the swimming pool, where men's Ethan Calhoun was named the Men's Swimmer of the Week. Great honor for those 4 athletes, and congratulations to them.
The World Cheese Awards are underway in Switzerland.
The competition and celebration highlights over 5,000 cheeses.
Attending is definitely a challenge for the nose, as the smell is described as stinky socks.
That sounds pretty cheesy.
I don't know about you guys, but I love cheese.
Me too, yeah. I don't know if I would go to this event, but I do love cheese.
The event's a no for me, but I'm really thinking about Chipotle queso right now.
That's our report for tonight.
Be sure to stay tuned for DK Experience.
Thank you for watching.
Have a great night, everyone.